Hey, fire sign, gang, gang, y'all. What are fire signs needing to release to get the best out of this 888 portal? Now, I ain't wasting no time, gonna get right into the specificities of these cards. So the first one that we have here is the moon. The first thing that came up when this card came out is that fire signs are having to release our grasp on other people's darkness and tend to our own. It seems as though while it's natural for us to be the light within the dark, a lot of us have not only been like kind of bullied or outright bullied into completely slaving away our light for other people, and or being bullied to dim our lights for other people. I'm seeing, there's this scene on this show, The Bear, and there's a character named Sydney. And when Sydney first becomes sous chef, and that's a position of power in a restaurant, the other employees were very resistant to listening to her. They would do a lot of disrespectful things to her and say a lot of disrespectful things to her just out of nowhere. And she kept trying to turn the other cheek, bite her tongue, just continue to be nice and do her job and help everybody out as she can. And then one day she snaps. She completely snaps out. And one of the main employees that's been mean to her the whole time walks over and is like, "Oh, well, what's wrong? You don't do that. That's not you. That's not you." So all of that to say, a lot of us fire signs have been in Sydney's role, where people have taken our happy-go-lucky, laid-back, walking on sunshine nature, our kindness, for weakness. And not only that, but have completely made up in their mind that it is our role to take their shit, to take them smearing their shit in our face with a smile. And to not tell people the truth about their mediocrity and their assholisms and all that, but to respond positively to their bad behavior, to compliment them for being abusive, to compliment them for being trash. Because like a lot of us are so good at boosting other people's heads up and encouraging people and educating people and just being like the number one person on the front line, like, "Hey, you can do it. I got you. If somebody hits you, I'm jumping in. Yeah." Spirit saying a lot of us are that quote unquote ride or die friend. We are the star players, but we are also our friends, our village number one fan. We do the most to see the people that we care about happy and smile and feeling good about themselves. Life of the party, not just to get attention or anything, but literally just to lift the vibration and the spirits of everybody else. So as much as we are the host, we are also the entertainment, okay? So Spirit is saying that we're having to release our grasp on being other people's show ponies and or being other people's getaway driver or pit bull prepared to be sick to defend their honor and all of this and that. We are needing to call back our talents and our power. We are needing to fight our own corner and leave other people to fend for themselves. We are needing to use our own lights to lighten our own path, to see what we need to see and be what we need to be, and let other people do what they need to do if they gonna do it, to find the light within themselves and use it for what they need to use it for. And it kind of gives that a lot of us have kind of taken ourselves for granted, such as how well we can multitask and how gifted we are, and all at the same time, like I said, habitually dimming our light, trying to prove that we are also humble, that we're not just the arrogant, mean assholes, angry assholes that everybody try to make us out to be. It seems as though a lot of us have been doing the most to try to prove that we are still human and humble. And Spirit is saying, why just settle for being the star when you are the sun? If you allow yourself to be and stop chopping off pieces of your rays to hand off to other people so that they can act like they're stars along with you. The world revolves around the sun, not the other way around. The sun shines light across the entire world, and it doesn't have to move. It doesn't have to come down on earth to do so. It doesn't have to adjust itself in any way to do or be what it does and already is. So we're releasing our grasp surrounding our false understanding of the word humble, the false understanding of what we've been taught humble is. Because a lot of us have been conditioned, be great, but not too great. Be successful, but not so successful that your success just in itself offends everyone else. At the same time, a lot of us have been making things look very easy, which comes very natural to us. Howsoever, some things we've been making look too easy. And we're wanting to be understood. We're wanting people to remember that we're human too, and we have feelings that matter too. The issue is, a lot of us seem to be in a habit of emotional hoarding. So we'll be vulnerable with certain emotions, but then there are certain other emotions that may surround struggle, fear, nervousness, maybe even sadness for some people, where we tend to function like, don't nobody want to hear that shit. It's not going to make no difference for me to say it. I just deal with it myself and keep on rolling. But we're preventing people from knowing the full us, from knowing our human side. Therefore, we end up attracting people who dehumanize us, be it verbally or through the way that they handle us, specifically handling us like we don't have feelings, like nothing bothers us. So I'm just going to keep poking at you. I'm going to keep doing things that are completely inconsiderate of your boundaries, your space, what you might want, because you never bothered anyway. Don't nothing upset you. Don't nothing make you sad. You can just take this and take that and be turned air which way but loose, and you'll just get right back up and keep moving with a smile on your face. We've been misusing our resilience, which has caused us to attract a lot of people that completely abuse our resilience. And some of us were naturally born into villages filled with people who have pathologies and habits, conditionings to attack the light, to stump out the light, and or to misuse and abuse the light. And we've been putting up a real good fight, but it's gotten to a point I'm picking up for a lot of people over the past 2 years for some, 5 years for some, the past 9 months, maybe 6 months, maybe for some people. Somewhere along that time span, don't get too caught up in the time span. Just take what resonates, leave the rest on the flow, and focus on the fact that for a good time period over the past months to a couple of years, a lot of us have been feeling less vibrant. A lot of us have been feeling less sexy, less sure, less confident than we're used to feeling. Something has happened. For some people, it's exhaustion. For some people, you've been surrounded by energy vampires way too much, way too consistently, and people have literally just kind of drained on your aura. For others, you've gotten too comfortable somewhere, and you're needing to step out of your comfort zone and shake it up and do something different. And for others, some semblance of your biggest fear may have happened or almost happened, or happened in some way, or you have a lot of anxiety concerning your biggest fear potentially happening. I'm hearing the older you get or something of the sort, and that's been draining and pulling on your energy, just really have had you feeling like not yourself. And a part of this is the universe stripping us down so that we can reform and be built back up and rise again like a phoenix, have our phoenix era. And overall, to get us clear on who the ego busters are and who the people that reflect our light are. So to put that in simple terms, for us to get more clear that people who constantly take shots at our self-esteem and or misuse and abuse and disregard our feelings are not true loved ones. They're not people that we need to continuously give our energy to. Even if it's like a family member that you may feel like you have no choice but to deal with, whatever, what have you, you don't have to accept that type of behavior. You can remove yourself, deal with them in doses, whatever, what have you. But a lot of us are having to thoroughly recognize and accept that we cannot accept people around us that don't replenish our light, that either don't replenish the light and or don't come with their own light to complement and or match the light that we're already shining abundantly. So with it, we're also needing to release our grasp on people who are not able to reciprocate our duality of being a star player and a number one fan for our loved ones. If we can be a star player and our loved ones a number one fan, they need to be their own star players and our number one fan, and be able to recognize the time and the place for which role is necessary. Spirit is also saying finally on that moon card to stop acting like you don't know what you're supposed to be doing. Stop sleeping on yourselves. Stop habitually putting yourself in the dark on what your purpose and your passion is, because you already know. You're just looking for somebody to give you permission to strike extremely hot on that path. And you need to give yourself that permission. And this could also be Spirit speaking through me to give you the permission to say, hey, 3, 2, 1, go. Especially if you've been seeing the angel number 3, 2, 1 lately, then that could definitely resonate highly for you. Stop kidding with yourselves. Stop sleeping on yourselves. Strike out and do what you know that you're supposed to be doing. Spirit gonna help you out. They're gonna meet you halfway. They already got people in place to come through to be your number one fans and your right hand mans. So now we segue on into the authority figures card, the past life oracle card here, which is authority figures in reverse. And I'm picking up on some people that really want to go back to school and or just want to go to school for something, do a trade, get certification, take some classes, learn some new skills, things like that. And this is confirmation that that would be indeed divinely designed for you. So you'll be exercising the authority of yourself to go ahead and make that decision. I'm hearing that you've had some naysayers around you telling you, oh, you don't need to go back to school. That's just paying my money. You don't need to be taking this class. You're just spending money for no reason. You can Google it. You just go to the library. You can just da-da-da-da. You don't need to be doing that. So, Spirit is saying, be the conductor of your own ship. If you are feeling in your spirit, you got a feeling that you just can't shake, that you want to take these classes, you want to go to school, you want to go back to school, get your certifications, whatever, what have you, make the authoritative decision for yourself to do so. Proactiveness. And you'll be exercising that well within your nature as a fire sign to be self-governing and to take action without thinking so much about the thoughts and opinions of other people. All at the same time, you'll be humbling yourself to be a student. Being a student is a humbling position, whereas you recognize that you know a lot in order to do a lot and you have a lot of potential. At the same time, you need some guidance. You need someone to help you with the structure, the processes, the work ethics of it all, the cricks and crannies, the fine technical details of what you already know to help really hone whatever that gift is that's been buried inside you that just needs, a little watering to come on out and flourish and be fruitful and multiply. And a part of the reason why certain people around you have been shedding such doubt on such a decision is because they really hating on your sense of courage. They're really hating on the fact that as great as you already naturally are. You want to go somewhere and try to be greater? How dare you?